Hello and welcome to the last vlog of Daily December. And the last vlog for Daily December is a look into January. I decided to do a thing which I call Jumpstart January, and I think 2 or 3 people from the gig and salary firms will be joining me. So the idea is to pick something you want to start, finish, or get better at, and focus on it for January. Make it your productive obsession. One way to do it is to carve out a space and a time each day. I hope to do it 6 times a week. And I want to block 1.5 hours per day, 6 days a week, to do deep thinking, to do productive stuff. And in those 1.5 hours, I will cut myself off. There will be no phones, there will be no email, no Twitter, no Facebook, no Google+. And I will restrain myself from surfing the web, and I will restrain myself from doing other stuff which is not scheduled for those 1.5 hours. And if my mind gets racing and trying to distract me, and oh, you have other things to do, you can't afford to do this 1.5 hours, I will just keep a list of that stuff. It's a bit like meditating. You just have to bring your mind back to the topic you want to work on in those 1.5 hours. So what do I want to work on? 1, healthy habits, as I said before. I want to meditate 6 times a week. I want to walk twice a day. I'm sitting too much at my desk. I want to walk twice a day, ideally 10,000 steps per day. I want to get enough sleep, and I want to do a 24-hour fast once a week. 24-hour fast means that you pick 1 meal a day, let's say breakfast. You eat breakfast, and then you eat breakfast the next day, and the 24 hours in between, you eat nothing, and you drink nothing with calories in it. It is a bit hard the first 2 or 3 times, but you get used to it. And for myself, it is kind of reset button, which helps me to distinguish between what's real hunger, what's just impulse eating, what's just habit. It also helps me to endure hunger better, so if I get hungry 1 hour before I want to eat, I can endure that hour and don't have to snack. I won't try to eat more before or more after this 24-hour fast. So I just want to eat regularly around it, so that I cut 1/7 of my energy input out of the week. I've done it before in Berlin, and it really worked well. Interesting side effect is, after I did it last time for 4 weeks, I noticed that my eating habits were changing. I was eating more healthy without trying. When I went out and bought stuff, I automatically grabbed healthier stuff. So I hope that will happen as well. I won't try to specifically eat healthier. I just will see what happens, because my experiences when I meditate, this also happens. So I hope the combination of 24-hour fasts plus regular meditation will reinforce each other and have a very positive effect on my eating habits on the whole. But I won't force it. If it doesn't happen, this will be a goal, perhaps February. Away from the healthy habits, my second project, which will probably take up the 1.5 hours, is I want to figure out what the next chapter of my life exactly will be, or at least where I will start writing it and what I will write. I have some ideas for relaunching my freelance work, which sound really good in my head, but I have had this experience before, and then it went wrong because the reasons why I did it were wrong. So I have to really figure out the why, and this is my goal for January, to figure out my why. And if I take the whole of January and it takes each day 1.5 hours to finally figure out the why, that will be time well spent, even if it takes a whole month, or even if I have to take February and February, because I've been wrestling with this problem for the last 3 or 4 years at least, and I always hesitated to go deep. because I fear what I will find. I could find that I went in the wrong direction for years. That's really sad. But this time I will really dig down and see what I find. I will document the Jumpstart January, my productive obsession months. And I will do at least one vlog per week. And I've started a new Tumblr where I will post short daily updates and perhaps other stuff. But short daily updates, I will post my weight, which is kind of scary. And I will post the number of steps I go per day. This is my plan for the first 12th of 2014. As we say in German, guten Rutsch, have a good slide, which is our traditional greeting to get into the next year. So have a good slide into 2014. See you next year. Go forth and screw up. Bye.